Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Steve and Mike Show. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me, as always, by my side, it has been too long, reunited, and it feels so good. The one, the only, Mr. Stevie Nicks. How are you, homie?
We back. We biggity back, son. And this is my first time broadcasting from a new place. That's why we had the hiatus. I moved to a new location, finally out of my parents' house. Hallelujah, praise the Lord, Mike Larkin. And praise Jesus. And it's been really nice. And so that was why we had the delay. But we're back here now, and I'm ready to pick it up and start picking up, going right back where we left off, right back where we started from, right, Mike Larkin?
Absolutely. Praise the Lord and cross the ammunition. Hey, Randy, what? The devil? Huh? The devil's everywhere. Oh, boy. You can go on in, make yourself at home, fuck my wife. Dude, I think you just said we can fuck his wife.
His wife? I'm the king of the forest.
I'm the king of the forest. Well, I got one. Yeah, all right. One hole or two holes. Shotgun anus. Oh boy, man. Such a classic. But no, here first of all, yeah. I was gonna say I don't mean to cut you off, homie, but I am very happy as someone who knows you and loves you to death, man. I'm happy you're on your own, like friggin' Patti LaBelle up in here. You got your new crib. You're doing the damn thing, man. I'm happy to see you. Crib looks nice. It looks good. You're all happy. I'm really happy for you, man. If there's anybody
thank you. I really do, my Lord. I really do appreciate it.
I got you, man. I got you.
And also, Patty! Remember that, Mike Logan?
Yes.
Remember the people potato pie, Mike Logan? Patty!
Patty! Oh Lord, this pie's good.
That was that's a while back now, right? That's Thanksgiving, like what, 2019 or something like that.
Well, it's funny to see how all these videos age, and it feels like it was just yesterday. Like when we would talk about friggin' Dame drops with his damn. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling.
The fries bite back, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm
saying? Damn. And then he started going all healthy on us. Dame drops.
Yeah, people don't really want to see you eating a salad. Eating healthy is not interesting, Mike Larkin.
Well, I mean, first of all, it is good for you, number one. But number two, like, people don't want to react to people eating a salad. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not. Like, oh boy, it's a salad. Woo!
Well, also, Mike Larkin, to be fair, correct. Dame's drops was he was on the bigger side, Mike Larkin.
He was a big cat. We'll be honest.
Some people, cat, walrus, you know.
Wow.
Some people just want to see fat people be fat and destroy themselves, and that was unfortunately part of the fun of watching Dame drops, was because we could all just watch him destroy himself.
Yeah, well, it's like with Josh Peck with me. He's still fat to me, damn it. And then here's friggin' Josh Peck eating avocado on Vine. Good, fuck you, Josh.
Yeah, on Vine, Mike Larkin.
He was very popular on Vine,
which hasn't existed for 7 years or something like that, right? Mike
well,
Larkin?
yeah, because dude, it died off. Like it was like a big thing, and then like really quickly it just went poof, bye. And then friggin' more of Twitter and Instagram and all Snapchat and all these sites and TikTok. It's just like Vine was a blip in the radar, man.
Thank you for naming all the websites. I wasn't aware of all the websites, Mike Larkin.
How about you just shut your punk ass mouth? How about that?
I don't have a degree in communications or anything. I just named. I didn't know any of the websites before you named them, Mike Larkin.
How about you shut your punk ass mouth? So, anyway, this is why I missed you, my homie G. So you're at the new crib, you're at the new place, and now we are. Yes, my thing, your crib, your booth thing, the whole nine, man.
And now we can do it up more, have more fun, have better shows, and we're going full on from here. I might be even doing solo shows from here, Matt Clark. Oh no, look out.
Oh, boy. Well, no, first of all, that's going to be fine. Well, that was also the other thing. Well, we will say this about podcasting. And first of all, I love you, crib, but where you were at. But the thing is, too, like, you don't have to worry about your parents and whatnot. So you can just do it all solo up.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about having our podcast. I don't have to,
Steven, go take out the trash.
Take out the take the garbage out.
Take the garbage out.
That was extremely rude. That was extremely rude, Mike Larkin.
Oh, it was, but the main Well, the thing is, too, you're flying solo, and we'll have more shows for everybody, which is going to be good. And I think with everything that we do, and I will say this, man, with everything that we got going on, man, there's still a lot more to discuss and a lot of us to give out to the world with our opinions. So I will say this: a lot has happened in these last couple of days, and I mean, a lot has happened with us, generally speaking. But I gotta say, man, three deaths taking its toll. Richard Simmons, bringing Dr. Ruth, and now Shannon Doherty, the youngest of the three. Shannon Doherty passing at 53 from cancer, Dr. Ruth being 96, and Richard Simmons was 75, 76, something like that.
So we're just gonna ignore everything else, my lawyer, that happened. We're just gonna not talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it after we talk
about it. We can not talk about it if you want. Probably better if we don't talk about it because.
Well, I mean, I can say something briefly on what happened, but I figured we touch on the celebrities first, and then we'll get to.
So, first of all, Dr. Ruth. Oh my God, love that woman.
Yep.
Love that woman. God bless her. I mean, just freaking tough as nails. She was a Holocaust survivor. I don't know if you knew that, Mike Larkin.
I did. I love that. I love the 80s, man. I love the 80s.
As a child, and then she, moves to America and has this amazing career, helping couples and people and educating them about a very important aspect of life, Mike Larkin, and that's physical expression, what should we say? And she helped many people through. The TV show was groundbreaking, Mike Larkin. I mean, no one really had a TV show like that before that. I mean, that paved the way for shows like Loveline and all sorts of those shows. I mean, no one. She really broke a lot of taboos and kind of made it more acceptable to talk about sex in a more casual setting. And because, it's important to be able to talk about things like that and not feel like there's too much stigma for a lot of things still. But she helped break down a very, very important barrier because we're prudes in this country when it comes to things like that still because of our, our whole history and all that stuff. But she really helped break down some barriers that way, Mike Larkin. She was a really, really cool. She's funny too. Slam bam, thank you, ma'am, is an all-time catchphrase, Mike Larkin. Come on, dog. She was a funny chick too. Come on.
Oh man, yeah. Well, first off, we know her also from I Love the '80s, Strikes Back, and all those great shows back on VH1. Like you mentioned, 30, and also the fact that she talked about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me, and really putting and normalizing how sexual nature and overall sexual contact is really normal in today's society, especially what we've seen in adult entertainment and the entertainment industry as a whole. So, I mean, it's great to see just what she brought to the table with many.
Well, I don't think people didn't know that sexual contact wasn't normal, Michael. And I think
I'm saying that they're normalizing it as a topic to be discussed because people sometimes would say things to be taboo, like the sweetest taboo, like Sade. Yeah.
Oh boy,
I love Sade, man. Sade's the shit. Come on, man. Don't be act like you don't like the sweetest taboo. That's a fucking great song.
Yeah, that's panty dropping music, my lord. You love that panty dropping.
Booty shaking, earth quaking, panties dropping, ain't no stopping. Don't act like you don't know, man. It's some good shit. But yeah, Dr. Ruth, man, doing the damn thing. Only she could. 96 years old. God bless her, like you mentioned.
And then Richard Simmons, I kind of thought was already dead.
Wow, that's horrible to say, man.
Mike Larkin, did you know if he was alive or not?
Yes, I did.
Did you really?
Absolutely, I did, yes.
Did you?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I think a lot of us...
Aren't you going to ask me how I know?
How did you know, Mike Larkin?
Because you just told me. So go ahead, say what you were saying.
You motherfucker. See? No one believed that he was alive. No one believed that he was alive.
That's horrible to say, but I had no idea either.
Mike Larkin, wasn't there a thing? Oh, he got kidnapped. He got kidnapped a few years ago, and I thought it was like I think I was misremembering him and like someone else. I thought his kids were like going to put like a Casey Kasem or like a Ted Williams on him or something like that. But Yeah, right. Isn't that weird? A couple of years ago, like apparently he wasn't doing like great either. Like
That
apparently,
was the last I remember. Like he was in poor health. He wasn't well mentally speaking, and it just like,
and
that's what
his
I
kids
remember.
like kidnapped him or something, right? They did something with him where
It was
they
something
hit him.
outrageous. It was really something outrageous.
They
Yeah.
like hit him, and then people weren't sure if he was dead or alive. Then that's what it was, and then people were like, "Oh, okay, he lived, but now he's dead now." He had a very weird last couple of months, but apparently they were working on a biopic like of his life, and there might be a couple in the works actually. Pauly Shore was involved in one,
Oh God.
and he told off. He like didn't endorse the Pauly Shore one, and he was doing another one. Did you hear about this? They're doing like 2 movies about his life.
I knew the Pauly Shore one. That's why I said, "Oh God," because Pauly Shore, my goodness. But yeah, I mean, well, he had a hell of a life, man. From what he did with helping people lose weight, and come on, you can do it, and just getting up and doing the damn thing. Like he was a very polarizing figure for a lot of people to lose weight and really get them into shape, so to speak. So I mean, we all know Richard Simmons from his infomercials and everything that he did, and his Jufro hairstyle. So it was what it was.
Mike Larkin, that's not a very nice term to use, Mike Larkin.
What?
Don't use Jufro, Mike Larkin.
Well, I got something to say to you though.
What's that?
I think you're so cool. What you Jufro? We don't say tap that.
Mike Larkin, they're called disproportionately curly advanced hairdos now, Mike Larkin. You can't say Jufro, Mike Larkin.
So the Epstein, welcome back, Cotter style.
You definitely cannot call it anything the Epstein, Mike Larkin. You need to get with the times, Mike Larkin. The cool people know what's up. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like,
The times, I can't say Jufro anymore.
Yeah, Mike Larkin. What are you talking about Jufro? What, you got something wrong with Jews, Mike Larkin? You got a problem with Jews, Mike Larkin?
Are you just going to do like every single thing in society today and get freaking offended by everything like everybody gets offended by?
Mike Larkin. I don't get offended by everything, but I get offended when you come after my people, Mike Larkin.
Who's coming after your people?
Jufro, Mike Larkin. Jufro.
It's a Jufro.
Mike Larkin, that's an outdated term. Do you also say Oriental, Mike Larkin?
How about you just shut your punk ass mouth?
You did. That was a yes. That was a yes. That was a yes.
I don't say Oriental. You're just an ass. You're just an ass.
Okay. You're saying Jufro, so, probably, maybe you do. I don't know. But anyway, what was that? What was he saying? Oh, yeah, Richard Simmons, man. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. It was the last years of his life were really odd. Let's say they were odd, Mike Clark. Let's say that.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, for someone who was such a great figure in pop culture, much like the Dr. Ruths, I mean, we have another one who unfortunately passed away, Shannon Doherty, due to cancer at 53. Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed. And just a great actress as a whole, man. Like, too young.
She was battling cancer for a while, too. Mm-hmm. Like, what was it, like the last 5 years?
Last 5 years, yeah.
Something like that. Like, really, really sad. Like, we saw pictures of her with her head shaved, right, Mike Larkin, and she was starting to look a little rough. Not looks are everything. I know I joke about it all the time, but looks aren't everything, Mike Larkin, and she didn't look great at the end, but she was still fighting and trying to pull through, and it just too young. What can you say other than it was too young, and so sad, man. Cancer sucks, man.
Hey,
cancer really sucks.
My mom's been there, as well as I've been open with our listeners about my mom having inflammatory breast cancer. It's rough. Any type of cancer is rough, as I know you and your family members, there's a couple of people in your family who've had cancer, like much as any one of our listeners. It sucks. It's terrible. And when it comes, it's either it'll go or it'll come back. You never know. It's such a horrible and tragic disease, and it's just such a horrible way to go out, so to speak, But rest in peace, Shannon Doherty, and everything that she's done, and every one of these many legends that have contributed to pop culture and within their careers of the entertainment world. God dang it, man! So now,
prayers to all their friends and family. And she had some issues too, right? Didn't she have some like psychological issues too, right, Mike Larkin?
She was going through some stuff. I think it might have been bipolar stuff, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
She was battling a lot in the later years of her life, man. I guess not that there's any really like positive aspect to these things like this, but if there's a silver lining, you can say that at least she's not suffering anymore. Like know that idiot. So at least there's that. But thoughts and prayers and condolences to all of the friends and family of everyone that we've lost recently, because it sucks, man. It's just horrible.
It does. And there's a lot of stuff, unfortunately, that has been very heartbreaking. And I will say this. I mean, we're going to go into it. We're not going to touch deep into it, but I will say this regarding what happened with former President Trump yesterday at that rally in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you are. If you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're an independent. I don't care the color of your skin or whatever you are. I think this political violence, I even said this to you last night. It's like you and I can agree or disagree on stuff, but you're still my best friend for life, shake and bake, as we always say. I'm not, and also he teases me all the time, folks, about stuff. That doesn't mean I'm going to go in there and shoot him in the face. No. Here's the thing. The problem with today's society, I'm not going to shoot you in the face. There's a problem with today's society.
Don't go all Columbine on me, Mike Larkin.
Wow. Don't be making that. It was all Marilyn Manson's fault. Yeah. Okay. So what I was saying was, it doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat. You guys are friggin' going to political warfare over political violence and political parties. At the end of the day, we should like what we like, and if we don't like it, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. There's too much of this as opposed to this. I think with anything as well, we can't be killing each other as people. United, not divided, number one. But number two, at the end of the day, we got to be better as people, man. Because even in today's society with guns and everything, people are shooting up churches, people are shooting up movie theaters, what have you. This shit's got to stop. You can't even fucking go to the grocery store because people be shooting up the grocery stores. We have to have a silver lining. We have to have a place and time in this country to fucking stop at the political violence. Don't be shooting people out of way. I don't care what party you are. I don't care who you are. We shouldn't be shooting each other like this. It's ridiculous. We're taking ourselves back to like what we had in the 60s. We had Reagan and everything, just in general. Like this fucking...
Reagan was the 80s, Mike Larkin.
I said the Reagan and back to the Kennedys. So Reagan, the Kennedys, it's ridiculous, folks.
You said the 60s.
I said there wasn't the 60s and the 80s. More like the 70s.
Do you even know what you're saying, Mike Larkin?
Yeah. I said the 80s and the 60s. What's the problem?
I said Joe Montana.
Montana was a quarterback, you crazy asshole. But that's what I'm saying. You get it. I mean, the 60s.
No, I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So, yes, stop it, people. We got to stop. That's all I'll say is really just we got to be better as people and stop fucking shooting each other for everybody's differences and opinions because it's not fucking needed to put in the blood.
Yeah, it's interesting, Mike Larkin. The last, the day, I've seen a few things about how we need to bring down the temperature of the country, Mike Larkin. Yeah. Like, bring down the temperature, like I guess collectively, like as everyone, because everyone is just getting, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Everyone is just getting too bowed up, as someone I know likes to say a lot. Mike Larkin, I don't know if you ever heard of him. He likes to get bowed up, Mike Larkin.
I have. I mean, you're the definition of bowed up. You bowed up son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about, first of all, but it seems like nowadays a lot of people are getting bowed up too much. Too much getting bowed up for no reason, Mike Clark. You know what I'm saying, dog? We got to get less bowed up. You know what I'm saying, Mike Clark? We got to cool it down, Mike Clark. Like New Edition, you know what I'm saying, dog?
First of all, that's cool it now, not cool it down.
Cool it down, Mike Clark. And put that on the bumper.
Cool it now. Ooh, watch out. We're going to lose control.
You got a problem with New Edition, Mike Clark?
I don't have a problem with New Edition. Candy Girl, you are my world.
But that's what I'm saying, though, Mike Clark. Like, it's about, the world and other people, Mike Clark, and we're too divided in this country. And you have to let the democratic process play out the way it's supposed to play out. Let the people, make the choice and choose who they want to elect. And I think to try to interfere with that with violence, doesn't matter who the candidate is wrong. I think it's no one person has the right to try to change things just because they don't like the way things are going. And it's not, violence is never the answer. We've talked about this before. Violence is never the answer to solve anything.
Right.
Just like, there's never a reason to hit a woman. There's never a reason to shoot anyone. You know, like Larkin, I won't even get started on he shouldn't have hit you, but
hold on there, my friend. So he shouldn't have hit you, Jenny. Sorry, I ruined the Black Panther party. Just this goddamn Lion Johnson and this goddamn war. So
comedy. No.
Well, I got to add on to your point. So here's the thing. And I always say this, you may not be the biggest Donald Trump fan. Am I the biggest Donald Trump fan? No. I didn't like him that much before he even got to politics. But I don't want to shoot him in the fucking ear or shoot him in the face. I could just agree to disagree with what Donald Trump says. Some people don't like Joe Biden. Joe Biden is what Joe Biden is, and that's fine. If you don't like Joe Biden, that's fine. But you should not.
Here's a problem. When you start comparing people to Hitler, doesn't matter who it is. When you start saying he's a Nazi, he's a fascist, and this is both sides.
Yeah, I got you.
You start using language like that, it's almost like you're antagonizing the craziest people in our population to act violently when you use that type of rhetoric. Like, do people not understand that, like, there are certain people who are going to take things either too literally or to mean things other than they mean? And are gonna act the way that they are. They're gonna act and do something horribly violent. Like a guy thought that that a book told him to kill John Lennon. Like fucking.
Oh, good old Mark David Chapman. Yeah, Mark David Chapman. That unfortunately is just very interesting to discuss. You have Mark David Chapman, and the fact of the matter is, with what he did with The Catcher in the Rye, especially what he did with John Lennon, which again is one of the biggest tragedies ever in the early 80s, 1980 to be exact. It's just, and also you put a bad memory in my head because I remember Mr. Louis' class in English when we had to friggin' watch that friggin' special on whatever the fuck it was. God damn it. And him being
what? Whoa, what's this? What was this when you watched Maury?
No. That was completely different. No, all right, wrong teacher. So, that was in my senior year. But our history teacher, Mrs. Kaplan, turned off friggin' Maury for us because everybody was friggin' out of school on a field trip, and it's like we just wanted to watch Maury, and then you friggin' put on goddamn Bill Maher, stupid ass. So no, this was a year before that when I had Mr. Louis for English in my junior year, which you've also had Mr. Louis for journalism. So. We're
not talking about me. We're talking about you, Mike Larkin. Stick to the subject, dog.
Shut your punk ass mouth. I had Mr. Louis my junior year, and we were reading The Catcher in the Rye. So obviously, there's no movie for Catcher in the Rye. I remember we had to watch all the movies with the books and whatnot. So we watched a special of him being interviewed on 2020 or whatever it was, live from the jail cell. So we watched that instead of watching a movie about The Catcher in the Rye. We watched
that. Makes sense.
Yes, but still.
That makes sense, Mike Larkin.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous. And I'll say true, straight up and down, like 6 o'clock, I fucking hated The Catcher in the Rye with a passion. That book is fucking depressing and it's fucking horrible.
Most of that stuff is overrated. Most of, I would say about at least 30% of what we learned in high school was bullshit. Probably more than that.
Yeah,
and if I wish I could get back the hours of my life that were wasted just learning nonsense, like stuff that really didn't. That book is really not a great story. Even doesn't even really teach you any lesson. Doesn't really add any value to most people's lives. It's just because they say a bunch of mild curse words in it, and some guy decided he'd kill someone after reading it and got on the banned books list. But it's like. There's really nothing that special about that book. I wouldn't consider it. There's a lot of things that we learn, especially like in English class, like that they are considered classics, Mike Larkin, that really aren't classics. Like I don't think anything that Shakespeare ever wrote was a classic, Mike Larkin.
Do you realize? Well, besides The Catcher in the Rye, a lot of the books that we read are now on the ban list. Like To Kill a Mockingbird is on the ban list now.
Why? First of all, why?
Because. The subject matter, I guess.
Isn't it important for kids to have a proper understanding of history? Like
yes, but
not even that. Again, not even gonna debate the merits of the book, but like, shouldn't no books be banned? Like, I don't know. Like, shouldn't everyone get to have the full view of everything? Like, why are we even like having these conversations? And also, Why can't we have a better definition of what a classic is? And why are we wasting time teaching students that, some of these things are classics when they're not? Like, what are we doing here, Mike Larkin?
Equate it to music when you had classic rock now with like Linkin Park is considered classic rock. Like if you listen to it on a radio station. So I mean, it's
when did Motley Crue become classic?
Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, maybe for Nirvana. So
Funko's Pop.
Funko's Pop. Mike. So we have had so many things. I mean, Harper Lee, that book is banned. There's a lot of books that we read in high school, folks, that were banned, and it's ridiculous because we can't learn about history and whatnot. Again, and I hate to be that person, but we're in a softer generation. We are.
Back in my day.
No, but we're in a softer generation where everybody is, just constantly just, going crazy over everything. So it is what it is, but I don't understand it either because there's a lot of stuff historically that a lot of people need to be taught. It's like you look at television shows now. We can't have the really important episodes or the after school like specials anymore because most of the topics are focused on social media and cyberbullying. We don't get down to the nitty gritty, if you will.
Do they even play reruns of All in the Family anymore, Mike Larkin?
No, oh my goodness, no. Like you don't really see. They should. It was a great show. Yeah, absolutely should. But it's just, they don't. We had a lot of good shows that they don't play anymore.
It's horrible, Mike Larkin. People, it's an important show. People need to see that show. People need to see, all these shows like the Jeffersons and, all of these shows,
I mean, you have Good Times. You have a lot of good stuff.
Good Times. Exactly, Mike Larkin. Sanford and Son, Mike Larkin. Like, why can't you show Sanford and Son?
There's a lot of stuff out there that really is in this generation. It doesn't matter what show it is. Like they won't even play it. That's why I've always equated like the original Boy Meets World was better than the Girl Meets World. Everybody said that. I mean, there's so many different things from the 90s, the 70s, the 80s, the 2000s, especially in the mid 2000s. Like a lot of stuff like we did back in the day. We've mentioned it several times before. We can't have nice things, so to speak, but I mean, we learn from it. We all adapt and grow as people. Some stuff and that's the thing. Again, we always talk about cancel culture in society. This equates also to what happened with the gunman. It's like, we can't agree to disagree. We always have to debate, but it's just like, hey man, we all come from different times. We all grew up differently than what we are now. So just, it's how it was.
Everyone's got to have the last word. Everyone's got to have their own say. No one wants to hear different points of view. Everyone wants to be in their echo chamber, and we can't have, and this is I've even experienced this personally recently. Like, we can't have a civil discourse. We can't have civil discussions in this country anymore. It's all just vitriol and hatred and just spitting toxic, just everything all the time. Just the level of toxicity is just ridiculous now, Mike Larkin. And that's how you get things like that, Mike Larkin. And also a really good album by System of a Down. But yeah.
Wake up! Everybody should put a little makeup. I just got a feeling to shake up. Wait till the kids on the table. What is it?
I don't think you trusted mine, Mike Larkin.
Self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. So...
But for real, Mike Larkin.
No, I got to add on to your point, and I'm going to go here, and I say this around my people and a lot of the topics I discuss on this channel.
I know all about your people, Mike Larkin.
So we have so many things out there, and I'll say this in front of you dumbass wrestling fans too, with WWE and the AEW tribalism that's out there. I will say this: WWE and AEW is WWE is more story driven to how we get to the matches. AEW is more, we just want to wrestle. We're the best wrestler. We're going to wrestle. If someone likes AEW because there's more wrestling than story, and if somebody likes WWE because the story leads to the great matches, let them have it, because there's a lot of people that like AEW, and hasn't been around as long as WWE. Let them enjoy AEW. If they like WWE, let them enjoy WWE. But if your favorite superstar from WWE goes to AEW, for example, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, yes, that Daniel Bryan.
You told me he retired, Mike Larkin.
Shut your punk ass mouth. So we goes from WWE to AEW, right? Don't send this man death threats and threaten his wife and his child because he goes to another company. Same with Cody Rhodes.
God.
Yeah, when he went to AEW back in 2021, They were like threatening him and threatened Brie Bella and their daughter. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Like, what the hell?
And with I'll mention Cody Rhodes, since he's back in WWE now and he's the WWE champion. When Cody Rhodes, who was one of the main parts, one of the executive vice presidents of AEW, and he leaves in late 2021, going into 2022, don't be burning your friggin' Cody merchandise and friggin' like calling him a traitor and burning everything like it's fucking Hulk Hogan when he friggin' turned heel in the NWO and back in '96, like when he would burn and rip
up a leg on Gawker, Mike Larkin.
That he did, but it's like people, it's not that fucking it's not that fucking serious. Like, stop it with like it's not that serious. Whether it be wrestling, whether it be shows, or what we agree to disagree on, there's no need to be acting all buck wild up in here.
Okay, well, without all that, wrestling nonsense thrown in, because
how about you shut up? I'm using it as an example.
Half our audience has a life, and
don't do that.
V-card.
How about you just shut the fuck up? Really, you got to stop with that. I know you think it's funny, but people do like wrestling. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
I don't know what you're talking about. And also, before I was so rudely interrupted, we have to remember at the end of the day, we do all want the same thing, or in theory, we should want the same thing. And that's for this country to be as great and as prosperous as it can possibly be. And the little things like how to do that and how to get there are really insignificant when you really get right down to it, and shouldn't matter that much. At the end of the the reason why we've gotten to this point is, first of all, people have been fanning the flames. Invisible forces have been fanning the flames of all of this, but also we've forgotten that we're all on the same team, and we should all want the same thing. And at the end of the day, things like what political candidate you support and what party you want to represent, those are compared to the really, really important things in life, like, famine and AIDS and all these different crises, and the mental health crisis that's going on right now, and all these different things. Those are important. Those are things that you should be wanting to fight for and die over. Those are the real important things. Things like your political affiliation shouldn't matter as much as we should all want America to be as great as it can be. And I think that we are way too focused on minute differences, and that's part of the problem.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I mentioned, United Not Divided earlier in today's forum. It's one of those things where it's like everybody's mostly and everybody has that mindset where it's just like, you got to fucking stop with your so it's one of those.
Mike Larkin, Trump what? Train, dog. Trump train.
Such a punk ass mouth.
Here he comes, Mike Larkin. Chugga.
All right.
45 becomes 47, Mike Larkin. Know what I'm saying, dog?
Do me a favor. I got something to tell you.
What's that, Mike Larkin?
Come on, ride the train and ride it choo-choo. Come on, ride the train. It's the
choo-choo train.
It's a punk ass mouth. So.
And if you feel like dancing, come on. It's
up to you.
We got the sound to keep you feeling downtown. The train is coming through.
I
think I can. Quad City DJs, dog.
I know. There's a stranger in my house. There's a while to figure out. Oh, boy. But anyway, people. Stop relaying and relying on the minute issues, and just stop fucking shooting each other and being bitch assness. Stop the bitch assness, if you will, because it's ridiculous. We need to be united and stop friggin' fighting with each other over some bullshit. Because politics does not need to end your life because a person died.
No one needs to die over political difference. Like you really, we cannot allow ourselves to believe that another political candidate is going to be Hitler because he has some slight differences in opinion on how he thinks the country should be run. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, part of it, like you said, this is a very soft generation. And so anything they don't like is fascism, or it's Nazism, or it's whatever. And they don't understand what real fascism is because they've never had to deal with like real oppression and real like horrible, things like this, things going on in the Ukraine or like what's going on in like Russia or whatever. Like, try living in one of those countries, and then talk to me about fascism and oppression and all that. Like these are American political candidates, and that's not. You're not in danger of falling under the Fourth Reich. It doesn't matter, what anyone else says, but anyone. Like, come on, get real. Like,
well, thankfully they got the shooter, and I'm gonna say just
again,
he
dead, Mike Larkin. He's dead.
Very much dead. Don't
like your people, right, Mike Larkin? Down in Big
yes.
Myrtle Beach, Michael Larkin.
So,
Trump train.
Shut up. So, good Lord. So anyway. What I was trying. So before I was so rudely interrupted.
Oh yeah.
So the point I was trying to make before I was so rudely interrupted is don't start blaming like Biden sent the troops, which no, not the troops. Biden sent this person to do it. Stop it. Like, you got to stop this bullshit. No, he didn't. It's just a crazy.
No, he didn't, Mike Larkin. It was Hillary, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Oh God. Good Lord. So it's so wrong. So no, it was not that. It was called, we got some mentally screwed up people in this world, and that dude was mentally fucked up. So yeah, they got him. And he was 20 too. He was only 20, right? And I think someone said he was another quiet one, and he was bullied. So, this goes out to anyone who's ever been bullied. So it's
stop with the freaking he was bullied bullshit.
That's what he said in the interview. I was talking about what the guy said. They interviewed one of his friends that he went to school with.
Like stop it with this. Like, come on, like freaking everyone has been. Can we agree on this?
Okay, go ahead.
Can we agree on this?
Yes.
Everyone has been bullied at some point in their life.
Yep.
For some reason, for whatever it is, for whatever, whether it's trivial or not, everyone has had to deal with it. It's how you deal with that bullying that determines your character and how you are as a person. Mm-hmm. Everyone gets bullied. Doesn't mean everyone ends up trying to shoot up a school or trying to shoot the president.
Right.
Like, Michael Larkin, do you agree with this? Like, I'm tired of hearing about how, oh my God, he was bullied. It was so horrible.
So,
like,
all right, hold on.
Come on, homie. I want you to go off now. Homie G.
Okay, so normally we do joke and we have some fun on this show, as we always do. But there are points, ladies and gentlemen, where we can be serious. And this is one of those times. And I will say this. Stop fucking crying about being bullied. I've been bullied. He's been bullied. We've all been bullied, okay? Sometimes you got to just block that shit out. You know what I'm saying? It's how, like Somi said, it's how you handle it. And either you're going to do something about it and square up, put your hair up and square up, or you're just going to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people, look, I've been bullied. I get bullied for like wrestling. He teases me about it all the time. Mr. V-Card over here. Oh, Michael Larkin, how am I going to annoy him today? It's one of those things. That's what he does.
I fucking hate you.
Oh boy, 3. Time to message Mike Larkin. So order that Krabby Patty. So it's just
you're such an asshole.
See, we're bullying each other. You don't see him crying. He's laughing. Look at him. He's got rosy cheeks. He's laughing. Look at him. He's happy. We're all happy. We're smiling. Smiling.
Yeah, it's like I'm not butthurt. Like whatever. This is what people do. This is what guys do, right?
Look at this fucking guy over here with this.
This is what guys do, right? Like, look at
this fucking guy with more new kids on the block. That he got a bad tattoo. So his head's a fucking wart. So yeah, this is what guys do. We joke, we make fun of each other. You know what I'm saying? Or girls do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just joking. It's fun. Even Marlon Wayans just said it on a recent show. It's like, I'm trying to bring that New York back. You know what happened? We got a freaking Comey be crying over here because you made fun of him, and we got to apologize over time. It's like, motherfucker, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. Like, it's nobody can just, well, it's the whole thing. Is like comedy is like
we gotta watch what we say.
Do you understand that I don't mean it when I say things, and that's why you can laugh. That's how comedy works.
They tried to cancel the fucking Rock, which was ridiculous.
It's like people don't know how comedy works anymore. Like they don't know like what like free speech is. It's like you guys, people need to like just toughen, like just grow the F up, Mike Larkin. Toughen up. Like, come on, suck it up, Cupcake. Like, why?
Well, I'll mention a comedian one. I don't mean to cut you off, but I mentioned The Rock almost got canceled. Matt Rife almost got canceled for his joke about the waitress, and she's going to do well in the kitchen. I'm like, because she's a waitress, she's a server, she cooks food. He's not saying like I want a woman who will go in that kitchen and make me a sandwich. Like he's trying to be all sexist. He's making a joke because he was at a restaurant. And the woman served the food. She was a waitress.
Mike Larkin, you shouldn't even have to defend it though. Like this is.
I know, and it's the same thing with The Rock. It's the same thing with The Rock because they tried to get Rock and Roman Reigns because he called Seth Rollins a fucking crossdresser. It was all because he wears like Becky Lynch had similar clothing. It's not like he's trying to say like he's gay or being homophobic. It's stuff like that's ridiculous because these are the same fans that want the Attitude Era back, Mr. friggin' Goon over here and his.
You know what? If they don't understand it, Mike Larkin, like you don't even have to explain it to them. Like it's just people.
I know.
People need to understand that there does in fact exist a world, and it is this one where people can say some pretty outrageous things, yes, even about other people or things that are very important to other people, and not mean them. Yep. Like this is actually not that complicated of a subject. This is not that difficult to understand. Like it is possible. It is possible to say something and not mean it and not have any ill will toward the subject that you were talking about. It is actually possible. And there are people who understand that. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. And unfortunately, there are people who throw around very, very heavy words way too loosely.
Oh, yeah. Again, it applies to everything, and especially with the shooting and just we adapt and we kind of have this coincide because it's one of those things where people just need to like calm the fuck down in the bluntest of terms possible. Calm the fuck down. Like it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so ridiculous. Like you can't joke anymore. This stuff, people getting angry, and we have people shooting each other over fucking politics. Let's talk about politics, to quote Korn.
You know what, Mike Larkin? You know what I was thinking, Mike Larkin? You know
what were you thinking, homie?
What's going on in the world today, Mike Larkin?
People fighting, killing. It ain't nothing but music.
You got to check them out, Mike Larkin. D12 was a great band.
I am familiar with D12 because you know why?
Sure you're familiar with D12, Mike Larkin?
You want to know why?
Why is that, Mike Larkin?
Because you need to look out for my next single. It's called My Salsa.
My Salsa.
Hey, where'd everybody go? So, that's the thing, man. It's just that we talk about this all the time, but it's how it is today, folks. I mean, it's ridiculous. And again, I hate the fact that, again, with today's shows, like back in the day, they would focus on like with women, anorexia. There was one episode on breast augmentation for Smart Guy. They would talk about drugs.
Oh, yeah, just bring up an episode at random. How much Larkin?
So like I was saying, they would have these serious moments on shows, but now every show has to be about fucking cyberbullying or friggin' social media. And I'm like, fucking stop. You can block people. Don't even pay attention to it because then you get into fucking Twitter debates and then the trolls win.
Yeah, well, we know why Mike Larkin wanted to, watch. He wants more episodes of breast augmentation. That's what he wants.
How about you just
don't know what he's talking about? Know what I'm saying, dog?
Oh, God, that episode of Smart Guy. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where, again, we don't focus on a lot of the really serious issues. Because to me, and I'll say this to you, social media, and especially as we've grown, because when Facebook started, it was cool. We were younger, but now we're in our 30s. It's just like we're adults now. We don't see social media the way that we saw it like 12, 13 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's not everything.
Well, no one really knew how to use, like we had Facebook and Twitter in a very primitive form. And no one really knew how to use it like the way that they do now. They were used very differently. And I remember like Facebook was like, I didn't know how to use Facebook at all when I first got on. I was just posting like whatever song I was listening to or like whatever food I was eating or what plans I had for like I just post that as my status. You should see some of them when they show me like my really old tweets, like my memories. It's like
I've seen them.
Or Facebook posts. It's like what the hell? was I thinking? Like when I was
said that to me many a times. He'll send me in my Messenger Facebook memories. What was I thinking? Oh my God, Mike Larkin! I can't believe I said that. I'm like, whoa, I don't even know what you just said.
No, I don't know what I said, but I said something.
Oh shit! I got water on myself.
He's having himself a psychiatric situation. Oh my God!
But yeah,
you know that that's the first movie we're watching when you come over, right?
Oh, I know. I only got one thing to say to that.
What's that, Mike Logan?
Cuckoo's nest. Cuckoo's nest. Hey, Linda, you're a bitch.
We think he has Tourette's, but we're getting him checked out.
It was really nice of you. But no, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to tell everybody what you said at the bar.
Oh.
Do you like Flock of Seagulls? No,
but I can see you do.
Okay, so yes, back to Facebook wedding singer.
You knocked down 2 cones. Those could have been people at her wedding.
They were cones. Of course, he's got the job. I just want to mention.
That's me and you, Mike Larkin.
Oh, absolutely. We are also neighbors too, because this one sends me friggin' neighbors too from Instagram. Yes, we are the bros before hoes. That is absolutely
That's right, Mike Larkin. That's right.
So, Mr. Bros before hoes. Yes, I remember your memories, and I used to do it myself. We just would post songs or what our plans would be. You know what I'm saying? Like homie and I would go to the movies, or here's my song today. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it was very. We communicated very differently than like the kids today communicate. Even though we had, well, also too like we also didn't have it in our pockets too, right, Mike Larkin? I mean, we were in high school before smartphones. Really, but the iPhone existed, but like you needed to be rich to have it, right? Until like 2011, which was like the year of the smartphone. From like 07 to like 2010.
Yeah, I had a flip phone, man.
Yeah, like I didn't even get a phone to my senior year of high school, and it was a flip phone. Like you had to be like pretty well off to afford a smartphone, right, Mike Larkin? Like,
oh yeah, like from middle school to the end of high school, I had like a flip phone. Like I had a flip phone. Like I did not have like the smartphones like we have today, where we have Androids and iPhones and all that shit. We had the flip phone, which music and hardly any internet, and we just used it to make phone calls. That was it.
And they had like a shitty camera in them, and you had to press the button like 3 times and get a letter. The texting took like a half an hour.
Yeah, texting took like forever. Oh god, dude. I don't miss that phone at all.
Remember downloading? You download the ringtones off of like TV.
Yes,
and pay for a ringtone download. I bet you did. Mike Larkin. I bet you was like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or something.
Actually, no, I did not have NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. I'll tell you what I did have. So I had Calling by Taproot. I had Snoop Dogg. I Drop It Like It's Hot for a little bit. I had a Redefined by Soil, and I had other songs on there. But yeah, no, it was a time, man. Like $1.25 for ringtones and stuff. Downloading
for a 30-second like
for a 30-second thing.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Taproot's song "Calling." Like when anybody would call, it would just come up to the lyric of "You're calling, but I can't hear you." Like that. That would all be like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, even 30 sometimes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they'd have like commercials on like the TV, right? For like download text 0041 to download blah 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 to download something by Evanescence. Blah blah text 442 blah 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 blah. Right?
X223 for Seether. Like
there you go.
Oh, God, if you want to download the Click 5, just a girl, press 999.
To download Finger 11, dial 962.
For Our Lady Peace, 333. That we had that, folks, for Theory of a Dead Man.
For Bullet for My Valentine, dial 642.
My Chemical Romance, 789.
Yeah, it was all that shit.
If you want
next is an infomercial for Girls Gone Wild.
If you want Little Wayne's Lollipop, 777. But yes, no, that is true. I actually fucking did an episode on that fucking Girls Gone Wild. Fuck you, Joe Francis. You fucking
scumbag. He was a real scumbag.
Spit on women. Fuck that dude. Like really, fuck that dude. Yeah. We used to watch those, and people would look at those like, "Oh God, you guys had those commercials?" Yes, we did. Friggin' late at night or what have you. And most of those girls were underage, which is fucking even disgusting.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Like when we were in high school, we had no idea about any of that shit.
No, we didn't.
And I don't feel that as guilty about it, but looking back on it, you just go, oh my God, I can't believe that that lasted as long as it did. Honestly, that's crazy. He's just basically filming underage girls and selling it. That's
oh God,
that breaks so many laws.
That one Girls Gone Wild where they're filming the girl, right? And this goes back to
I've never actually watched any of these, Mike Larkin, so I will not admit to having seen any of these because
she was
I'm not into that stuff, Mike Larkin.
She was over the age of 18. And the reason why I know is because this is from the WWE Girls Gone Wild. God damn it! We're going to do a pay-per-view with Girls Gone Wild. So the girl on there was... she was being filmed by the guy. What?
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it was bad. We did an episode. Go back and watch it. Daniel Crimmins and I did Uncaged for our latest season. Check it out on the channel. So we, Dan and I watched that.
Look how straight I am. I'm in the Girls Gone Wild. Look how definitely not gay I am.
Look at me. I'm a fountain. So there's a scene in there where the girl is on the beach and the guy's filming her. She has a flip phone, like we had the flip phones, and she's talking to her mom on the phone. And she's like, "Mom, I got this guy on here who told me to take off my shirt." And then you friggin' got the guys in the background chanting at her, "Take it off, take it off, take it off." And then she's like, "Should I take it off, Mom?" And then the mom doesn't want to do it. And then you just see the guy leaning, going, "How about you take the top off?" And then she winds up taking the top off. It's so uncomfortable, and it's just like, and then she's like, "Woo!" And everybody's like, "Yeah."
Is this one of Vince's ideas, Mike Larkin?
Well, this is when Vince and Joe Francis were a thing. Yes, they were. Oh
my God!
The forgotten Girls Gone Wild pay-per-view from the WWE 2000 in conjunction, the forgotten one where Joe Francis almost got arrested. Yes, the forgotten Girls Gone Wild that they did 2 weeks before WrestleMania 19. Yep, that one it was horrible. Ugh. First time I watched it was when Dan and I did that show. Never seen it as a kid. Knew about it. Never seen it. So, and then I don't want to ever see it.
I'm getting deuce chills, Mike Larkin.
I know. God damn it, Joe. You want to play, pal? No. So there was that, and that happened, yes. That's why, fuck that guy. But yeah, Girls Gone Wild, we had those infomercials. There's a lot of stuff, folks. Like when pay-per-view used to be channel, 92, 93, 94, and we actually had pay-per-view as opposed to streaming. These shows would be like $20 and all that shit. Yeah. There's a lot of things that have changed.
Yeah, even no one really watches even cable television anymore. We were the cable television babies, we grew up watching cable TV, and now hardly anyone watches cable. There's nothing to watch on cable anymore. You can watch everything on demand or whatever now. So it's
dare I say, this brings us to one of our other topics besides the serious stuff, the sadness, but also kind of sad. And you sent it to me, which I cannot believe, and you got me right here, sir. Redbox. No more Redbox.
Oh, yeah. Mike Larkin, can you believe that it was actually around for 22 years?
Can I believe it? Yes, in a way, but I only remember it as a teenager, going to the 7-Elevens and you could pick something out your Redbox. Yep.
That must have been way because I don't remember it until high school.
Same.
Right? Yep. I don't remember Redboxes being a thing before 2007, 2006, maybe.
Yeah, I remember more of 08 because, like we mentioned, we were in high school. And like I said, I was always a Blockbuster and a Hollywood Video type of cat. But yeah, Redbox was always around, and I remember seeing them. But yeah, it sucks because a lot of the stuff that we grew up on is gone. And I mean, the Best Buy is no longer selling DVDs. So I mean, it sucks. It is what it is.
I think, isn't Best Buy they're not doing physical media anymore? Is that true?
Yeah, there's a lot of it going. No more DVDs, no more physical media, nothing.
it's like, why are you saying it like that, Mike Larkin?
What?
Also, it's so crazy. Like even like the aspect of like when we were growing up, where like you had physical media like DVDs and like CDs and video games, like everyone like is downloading all their like Xbox games. I remember like the whole part of the fun of like a new video game was going to the store and buying it and actually getting your hands. Remember when like people would like camp out for like the PS2 or like the Xbox, what, like 360.
Yeah.
Remember like what big deals like those events were, and then like you actually would pick up like the physical games for them.
Oh yeah, go and
Remember how crazy those were, Mike Larkin?
Yeah, the PS1, the PS2, NBA Shootout, friggin' the Gran Turismos, the Jack and Daxters, the Scorpion King games. I remember I had a lot of those, man. The Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, my goodness.
No, I'm glad that you can list video games, Mike Larkin. That's a very odd skill to have, but okay.
What?
But I was talking about. Do you remember specifically like when they had the people camping out at like GameStop?
Yes.
And you just give me a freaking list of video games. Jesus Christ.
What? It's what I had. I remember a lot of them. I mean, NBA Ballers with Stephon Marbury on the cover and NBA Ballers Phenom with Chauncey Billups on the cover. Like, dude, this is what we had. Of course, and I know my wrestling games. Well, Michael Larkin, you're talking about wrestling again. Yes, I am. So there's a lot of stuff that we had that we grew up on, and especially with everything that, you've played and we've all played. I mean, you have your NHL games still in your collection. So, I mean,
of course. I said, of course.
Sure, of course. Of course you got your NHL in there. I'm saying, let's go Islanders. So there's a lot of stuff in there. So there's a lot of stuff you still have in there from your NHL games. And I mean, I still have some of my PSP games. I have the Tony Hawk one I have on there. Like I have the old
PSP, yeah. That was when we were in high school, man. Like you were like the cool kid if you had
the PSP, yeah.
And I had one. I think like my senior year. I think we all the kids had to share it though. We only got one.
Yeah.
Because why should I only get to have my own PSP? Like,
yeah, of course. Why not?
God damn it, my freaking. Anyway,
goddamn Johnson in the.
But I remember when I would bring like the PSP. Like that, like everyone huddled around, and whoever was playing it, you had to huddle around to see what they were playing. Like you'd watch them play it, and like remember, like you'd have like the little binder of like the little discs, right? And then you'd have like the SD cards, and then like you would like save a certain amount of things on like your SD cards, and then like I don't know, like. You could put a lot on those SD cards too. I remember like that was like a big deal. Like I remember like playing like a couple games, and it was pretty. The graphics for like the time were like pretty like equivalent to like the PS2,
which is right? What I still have right. Yeah, I still have it right behind me here. I still got my PS2 right over her. I have my Wii with me, man.
You have PSP? No, I don't want to see your Wii, Mike Larkin.
Yes, I have my PSP. Yes, it's in my desk. So I have PSP, I got PlayStation 2, and I got my Wii.
Nice.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like those are the classic games. Like I hardly play video games anymore. I play more of the retro stuff, but yeah, just how it is.
Did you buy all of those with your V card, Mike Larkin?
Now look at me, I'm going to mention a V card. My name is Steve Nicopora. How can I know about Larkin today? Oh boy,
come on, Mike Larkin, come on, that was pretty good. Come on, dog.
That was a zinger.
Come on.
I'm a real clever
boy. Come on, I'm clowning, dog. You know what I'm saying, homie?
It's all good. But yeah, no, that's what we had, folks. And a lot of people don't get to experience that nowadays because a lot of stuff, like some of the humor, some of the stuff in the language, it's cringe, which isn't really cringe, or you just want to be cool and say cringe. Like, it is what it is.
Cringe, Mike Larkin. It's like cringe. I'm like, I got hardcore and I got cred because I say cringe, Mike Larkin.
Hey, Riz, I'm cool. Woo!
Yeah, I got the Riz.
Fucking dumb.
Let me go drive my whip with my shorty.
I can come out like Bobby Brown in the friggin' Thug Lovin' video, and I know y'all getting bored dealing with him. No, you miss my love and my
Oh,
thug.
Mike Larkin, did you remember that video I sent you?
Which one?
Of Bobby Brown at the VMAs.
Oh God, yeah.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, but I laughed so hard.
Mike Larkin, it's like he just went up on national TV and dropped a huge bag of crack right on the stage and picked it up. He tried to pick it up like no one would notice.
Oh man.
Like, look, like, come on, dog.
That's how Bobby Brown ran it. Like he's even said from like the years of 96 to 99, he doesn't remember a goddamn thing.
I mean, just goes down, whoop, he picks it up like no one noticed.
No one noticed like you just dropped some crack there, Bobby.
He dropped a huge bag of like crack cocaine. Like, come on, dude.
That's his prerogative. Oh boy. But yeah, no, that's how that's how it was. Here's some crack.
Oh. What is it, son? Is it the crack? Are you riding the white pony?
No, Dad. I'm just happy. For the first time in my life, I'm happy. We're surrounded with love. Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Michael Larkin, I finally know what that song's about, Michael Larkin. You know what I'm saying?
Ow, whip it, baby. Child, let's whip it right. Let's whip it, baby.
Hercules' brother, Michael Larkin.
Hercules, Sherman in the Billy D.
Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple.
Oh boy!
Oh my God!
But yeah, folks, that what we should be doing is what you're seeing us do: laughing and not going at each other, and just remember to be united, not divided, and take a fucking joke in the most bluntest of forms. Take a fucking joke and stop letting people.
Yeah, for real. Come on, Mike Larkin, like for real.
This is
Tails. I like tails, please. Mike Larkin, I just want to say that on behalf of everyone here at the Stephen Mike Show, I just want to announce formally that we, as a show, have agreed to endorse Donald J. Trump for the presidency for the 47th office of the United States of America. We fully, officially support Donald J. Trump. No, Mike Larkin, no, you're not feeling it? Oh, that's right, because that's divisive. I can't joke about politics because then.
You know what I got to say about that? You want to talk about politics, corn style? Yes. Oh, for the love of God, yeah, no. But Donald J. Trump, huge. We're gonna build the wall. It's crazy.
Really, it's just he knows it's just a joke, though. That's
I know.
That's the thing. See how scared everyone got. See how tense everyone got.
Yeah, it's a joke.
That can't be happening.
No, well, I joke
about that's the whole thing. Is like that old tension that you all feel.
I joked about him with Vince all the time. Friggin', he forgot Bobby Lashley's name going into WrestleMania 23. My man, Bobby. Go get him.
Let me talk about my other podcast while I'm on here because I'm on so many podcasts. Got to talk about my podcast now because because Steven said that other thing, so I got to say something about me doing all the podcasts now.
Daniel Crimmins and I talked about that topic. But yes,
I hate you so much.
If I could joke about Vince McMahon talking about, I want you to get on your knees and bark like a dog. Like Trish Stratus doing it, it's a joke, and I'm doing the voice. That doesn't mean I condone him pooing on that girl's head. I know he's fucking wrong, and he deserves.
Mike Larkin, don't do the doo doo. Mike Larkin, don't do the doo doo.
See, don't do the doo doo.
Which
is hard. Don't do the doo doo, and don't drop.
Also, that's I don't even want to get into how disgusting that was.
I know it was fucking wrong, and don't drop that dun da da. Don't
what?
Drop that dun da da. Don't drop that dun da da. Don't drop the dun da da. Girl, you looking so good. Oh wait, that's sex. That's sex. Freaking, let's be cops. I'm gonna be here. Nothing, just eating some soup. Oh, that's sex.
Excuse me, I want to say one more thing.
I like to put my penis under your vagina. And she's like, "Oh, okay. Let's be cops, ladies and gentlemen." Friggin',
what do you say? I want to see under your dress or something like that.
I want to see under your dress. I want to see your body. Friggin' here's what I would be. I would be the dude coming out, friggin' one of the Wayans.
You would be the dude coming out, Mike Clark, and that's true. That's very true, dog. Very, very, very true. You would be the dude coming out. You know what I'm saying, Homie G? Do you know what I'm saying, dog?
I hate you with every fiber. So I would be one of the Wayans brothers cat in that movie, and you would be the dude just friggin' driving in the cop car, coming out the "I want it that way" and friggin' smiling, looking at me like, "Let's go and get into some trouble." That would be you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would be the one showing up with the "Hey, look what I got."
Yes,
Mike Larkin. I have thought of some of those some schemes, Mike Larkin.
I know.
I'm not going to disclose them here, but.
Well, we could talk about the time that we wanted to do like a Blink 182, What's My Age Again, and just run around naked around my block.
I never did that.
We thought about it.
No.
Yep.
No, not me.
Yep.
Not me. Maybe you did. Maybe you did when you were fat shaming during Halloween. Remember when you were fat shaming the fat kids on Halloween?
I wasn't fat shaming the fat kids.
Yeah, you weren't. You were being mean to the fat kids, Mike Larkin.
What was I mean?
I remember. You wouldn't give them as much candy. You wouldn't give the fat kids as much candy because you were like, "Oh, but they don't need it." Yeah, you know exactly what you did. You on Halloween. Remember, you told me you were so proud of yourself too. You were like, "Yeah," and the fat kid came up and he asked me why I didn't get so much candy, and I was like, "Because you don't need it," or something like that.
Well, the stuttering kid from Billy Madison with the chubby cheeks did not need that other piece of candy. I thought I was doing something right,
Like what? That's fat shaming, Mike Larkin. How dare you? You were fat shaming that kid.
Well, okay. I went to a fucking indie event, and friggin' the family in front of us is getting him a burrito and a hot dog and shit. I'm like, what are we gonna get him next? Roast beef, a chicken, and a pizza?
No. I mean, just this morning.
Roast beef, fucking Tubsy Wubsy over here does not need to have a full course meal at a fucking wrestling show. It's a fucking indie. Like, you just don't fucking get him a hot dog and a sandwich and a drink. You know what I'm saying? Does he really need that large Pepsi? Fuck.
Oh my god. But Mike Larkin. Okay, well
that he died as well. All right, he died as well. We're gonna mention it since I went there. Morgan Spurlock, God rest his soul, the man behind Super Size Me, also passed away.
We did talk about that last time, right? Didn't we talk about that?
No, we didn't talk about him. I forgot about that as we were just going on there. I forgot Morgan Spurlock, yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. His documentary was full of lies.
Oh, hold on. You don't want to see the man die.
I didn't say that. I said fuck him.
Fuck him and his documentary.
In his documentary, he was full of lies.
I gained 25 pounds eating that friggin' McDonald's. He started out hard in the paint. Excuse me while I get this double quarter pound and cheese and puke.
Oh, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I feel really sick. Wait, hold on. I got to check that lighting. Hold on. Make sure the lighting's all good. Yeah, I feel really sick. Hold on. Focus on me more. Focus on. I feel really sick and I don't feel good. I got my stomach. What does he say? Like my stomach hurts.
It's 2:30 in the morning. My chest. I got this pain in my chest. It's really hard to breathe. I just can't wait to not eat McDonald's tomorrow. The eyes and the back of my head are tingling. I'm sweaty, kind of clammy. My head hurts. I just can't believe that I'm not going to be able to eat McDonald's tomorrow. Let me fix this lighting over here. Hold on.
So you're not that sick. You're not that sick.
Guys, I'm in pain right now, man.
What does he say? I got the McStomach.
I got the McStomach ache and I got the McGurgles.
Yeah, that's not scripted or anything. Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, here comes Big Mac homie over here who's skinny as fuck, eating like 1,000 Big Macs, and here you are with your dumb ass talking about my heart hurts. Fuck you. And his wife was talking about the vegan shit. You know what I'm saying? I have to be on top. Like,
and then you know what's the funniest though about the documentary though is like
what?
He's like interviewing Jared from Subway.
Oh man, that didn't age well.
Credibility and like
the girl
having integrity and shit.
Oh, when the girl started crying that she met Jared at the when he was speaking at the school, yeah.
They present Jared as like a moral beacon.
Yeah, that's right. He's fucking speaking, and he's like, "These used to be my pant size, and you guys could do it. If I could do it, you could do it." And he's trying to be.
Yeah, now we know why he was going to all those schools, Mike Lug. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. You know what I'm saying, homie? You know what I'm saying, homie G?
And we can say that because also, fuck you, Jared, you slimy bastard.
I went and watched like a random like thing on YouTube, and it was like a tape from like 2007. Speaking of, when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And the first commercial is Jared with a little league team.
Oh my God. I remember that commercial.
They were bringing the victims to him, Mike Larkin.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Good Lord. Yeah, no, Jared. Oh my God. Yeah, they had Jared in that movie. They had a lot of people in that fucking documentary. Like, that did not age well. It really didn't. It really has not aged well. And then he tried to do the KFC one, and it's like, you could stop right now, sir.
No. And what do you think of his girlfriend, Mike Larkin?
The blonde? And the
original? What do you think of his girlfriend? What did you think of her?
The vegan? Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think of her?
All right. Mr. Beauty, Strength, and Dominance here. I'm going to say this in the nicest way. To quote Jim Carrey and Liar Liar, I've had better and I've seen better.
What are you saying, Mike Larkin? What are you saying, dog?
I'm saying that she wasn't one of the best ones. I mean, I've seen better.
In terms of what? In terms of what? Like
on the external side of things.
On the external, like her appearance, Mike Larkin? Is that what you're trying? Like her, like how she looks?
Yeah, she was kind of a little nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Just a little whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So you would say that she didn't look good then, Mike Larkin? Is that what you're trying to say?
She was what is known as a PJ. She was a PJ.
What's a PJ, Mike Larkin?
Plain Jane. She was a plain Jane.
A plain Jane. But like, if she doesn't look good, what's the opposite of looking good? Would you say she's the opposite of looking good then, Mike Larkin?
To quote someone that I know, and I hate to quote this term because I really don't like it, and I mean to quote people, she was kind of an uggo, man. She was kind of an uggo.
Would you describe her as fugly, Mike Larkin?
You see, she wasn't ugly. She was oogle. That's what she was. My brother, she was oogle, is what that was, man.
What is this, Alfie on My Brother?
Alfie on My Brother. That's oogle.
Oh, my God.
Get some goo punch for your ass.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, my God. You... Yeah, beauty, strength, and dominance, Mike Larkin. Look at me. Look at my hair. I should try out for LFC. Look at me.
Shut your punk ass mouth.
Look at me. What? Am I not beautiful, strong, and dominant, Mike Larkin?
Nah, you're kind of.
You definitely know the answer to at least two of those things.
I mean, am I really going to be taking some insults and cheap shots from Chaz Bono over here? Like,
I'm way more handsome than Chaz Bono. Get the hell out of here, Mike Larkin.
You know what I got to say to you?
What's that, Mike Larkin?
Mr. Drummond, fuck you.
Mr. Drummond, fuck you. A chicken nuggets. I got a chicken nugget holder.
I gotta put the chicken nuggets. Oh,
chicken nuggets. I got chicken nuggets. You know, Mike Larkin, adultery is wrong.
You did it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You have the Boston in you, man. Adultery is bad, but it's fucked up. We gonna get our dick sucked. Tony Orlando is the best part of that entire movie.
What is that back again, Mike Larkin?
What's up?
I've been waiting for that to come back again.
What's up? Boo! That was terrible, Todd. Oh, well, okay, Steve. Vanilla Ice banged your mom. Grandma, Vanilla Ice banged Grandma? That's awesome. One of Adam Sandler's most underrated classics. That's my boy.
It's like the only one. It's the only good one he made in like the 2010s, right, Mike Larkin?
Oh yeah, friggin' Jack and Jill sucked. A lot of the other stuff that he did sucked too.
I wouldn't know if Jack and Jill sucked, Mike Larkin. I just.
Well, Al Pacino.
I wouldn't know about Jack. I know you would. I wouldn't know about Jack.
Such a punk ass man. So Al Pacino has even said that's what killed his career for a little bit was Jack and Jill because he did the Dunkachino, man.
Hoo-wah!
Yeah, it's bad. Adam Sandler, you and Andy Samberg doing the damn thing, and that's my boy. Oh yeah, and Vanilla Ice and Sierra. So yeah, I
know something about her, Mike Larkin.
Stop it. That rumor was ridiculous. That was so dumb. That whole freaking thing.
Mike Larkin was true at one point.
No, she wasn't.
It was Mike Larkin.
How do you know?
I know, Mike Larkin. I know.
Not my goodies. Oh, but yeah, no. Tis what it is, man. Tis what it is. Oh boy. All right, folks. Before we get out of here, we hope you've enjoyed our off the rails hilarity and some topics that were really topical in these last couple of days, and we gave you some insight. We gave you some fun because you need to laugh a little. Actually, laugh a lot. Ha 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 ha.
No, I'm not a member of the Jackson 5.
Howdy, the name's Jackson. Anton Jackson. No, not a member of the Jackson 5. What the hell? Oh dear. Oh dear.
You do that really good, Mike Larkin.
Penelope Snow. Anton Jackson. Go on, Anton. Take a bite of my sandwich. Scrumptious. Friggin' back at the honey. Is this like the old version of that thong song?
No, but I heard he got all the funk that Cisco missed.
Well, I gotta say, it's kind of catchy. It's so good.
Such a good movie.
Hey, buddy, if I hadn't read that article in Vanity Fair, I would take down this broccoli waba smoothie and stick it right up your patootie.
You know, Mike Larkin, you gotta tear the roof off the mother. Gotta tear the roof off the mother sucker. Gotta tear the roof off the sucker.
We got a real kind of thing going around. There's a whole lot of rhythm going around. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Ow. We want the funk.
Mike Larkin, are you aware of Parliament and Funkadelic, Mike Larkin?
I will. Did you know that, George Michael was in a movie called Good Burger? She was not just...
George Michael was not in a movie called Good Burger, but George Clinton was in a movie called Good Burger.
That's what I said. George Clinton in Parliament, man.
You said George Michael, Mike Larkin.
Did I? My bad.
I know how much you love George Michael, Mike Larkin. It's okay. I understand, dog. I understand. I get it, dog.
First of all, you know what I got to say to that?
What's that?
Goes bang, bang, bang till my feet do the same. No.
Yeah, it goes bang, bang, bang.
My love goes bang, bang, bang. When my love goes bang, bang, bang.
Are you gonna play George Michael and the Policeman next, my Lord?
Oh my friggin', I'll tumble for you. Friggin' Boy George too. My goodness, friggin' Billy Madison going down the stairs. My goodness, yes. Ugh.
What's wrong with Boy George, Mike Larkin?
Nothing. He's awesome. Gotta love you some karma, chameleon. Oh my goodness. But yes, the music stylings, the pop culture, and all the hilarity aside, we have come towards the end of this podcast. Thank you guys for listening. And homie G, we have some more stuff coming up from the people and our hilarity and our just randomness and banter and all the outrageous topics coming up on the Stephen Mike show and more. We also got a Stephen X Hockey Experience revival because this one has got something to say and get off of his chest, which I'm looking forward to. And we have another episode, The Golden Age of Everything, in the pipeline, where we're going to be talking about the impact of wrestling in pop culture and its influx. This one's idea. So, yes, we're going to have some fun with that one.
Yeah. I'm going to finally make Mike Larkin's shows a little more interesting for a change.
God damn it. So we're going to be talking about all of that on The Golden Age of Everything. He's going to puke. So, yes. So, with that being said, God, I'm going to call you the Goon. Your boy, who sucked.
That was a great gimmick.
Terrible.
Come on, dog. No,
it was one of the worst eras of wrestling, the New Gen era. The Goon. Everybody had an occupation or was a sport. The Goon was the shits. He was the shits.
I like Mike Larkin. I like Booker T, Mike Larkin, because like Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
Stop it! Whoa! Stop! I know where you're going.
I'm letting you finish the line, Mike Larkin.
I am not finishing the line. We want the gold, sucker. So with that. Booker T. He's a legend.
He was just like, oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, God. What did I just say? I'm going to get fired. Oh. We want the gold, sucker. So,
Hogan, I'm coming for you.
All right. Well, Vince McMahon, keep it up. Calling John Cena the N-word. Yeah.
Mike Larkin, you can't use that word, Mike Larkin. That's not our word.
No, it's not.
Don't use it.
Don't use it. Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it? Is that a serious
question? Yes. No, it wasn't.
Friggin' Steve Carell's wife. Friggin', oh, God, it's so good. It's so good. So,
sounds like my Friday night.
Shut up, Seth. We went to Temple.
Excuse me. Do you have any extra large condoms?
Seth, you've got a tiny penis.
Yeah, I tap that.
Seth, you think you're so cool with your Jew-fro? We don't say tap that. So, movie lines and dialogue that we will do to the end of time aside, check out more.
What is the one where he's talking about all the safe techniques? He's talking, it's like it's like masturbation, play with yourself. Mutual masturbation, play with a friend.
Oh God, man! Masturbation, play with yourself. Mutual masturbation, play with a friend. Dry hump. You can dry hump. And she's like, "Oh, all right, that's it. That's enough. I'm gonna get out of here. So yeah, bye." I'm gonna
are these all available on your website? Yes.
Oh yes. Thanks. You know what you're doing? You're putting the pussy on the pedestal. That's the second time I've heard that.
What does that even mean? And then, yeah, we're virgins too.
Just. So with all that being said, homie, where can we follow you on the social media fronts? The floor is yours, and then we'll do the whole thing.
On social media, as you can see, at Real SM Show 1 on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call that. Cool kids call it X. Mike Larkin.
I'm not calling it X. I refuse.
The cool kids call it X, Mike.
It's dumb as fuck. It's not a fucking name. It's fucking a letter. What is he fucking?
Okay, whatever, Mike Larkin. Whatever you say. Not Real SM Show 1. And then Instagram is at Steve Nicks, and then of course at SNHE Pod on X, and also at Real Isles Pride on X, and then also at Golden Age Pod on X.
X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
Woo!
Woo! Oh, okay. Now that he got that out the way, and first and foremost, X, you can check me out at SM Show 1 on X, at MCL92 on X. This is where I put a trophy. If I had one, at Larkin_92, at MLarkinMV on the Instagram, StephenMikeShow.com for all your needs. Mike Larkin92. Subscribe. Let's keep getting them numbers up, people. I love you since I started that channel back up. Let's keep it going on and on to the break of dawn. And Stephen Mike Show clips on YouTube as well. Subscribe to that. Get it going. And yeah, lots more to come on the YouTube channel for all your Stephen Mike Show needs, your LFC needs, your Uncaged needs, and all these podcasts. Look at me, I'm Mike Larkin. I got all these podcasts. So subscribe, check it out, and enjoy.
Mike Larkin, the cool kids just call it Instagram, Mike Larkin. You don't have to call it the Instagram. You know what I'm saying, dog?
The Facebook. Chop the. So
yeah, you love Justin Timberlake. We all know you love Justin Timberlake, Mike Clark.
It's just gonna ruin the tour. It's just gonna ruin the tour. Fucking martini, dumbass. So you can follow us on social media, and we're about to go bye. For Stevie Nicks, my name is Mike Clark, and thank you so much for listening.
I didn't have anything to drink. I was just going out for a drive.
I didn't. I just had a martini. God.
Napoleon, let me get some.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river. The damage.
Let me have some of your tots.
Some of your tots. Tina, eat. Make yourself a damn quesadilla. So for Stevie Nicks, my name is Mike Larkin, and not only am I ashamed of your dad.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad. We're ashamed of my dad. We're gonna get T-shirts that say "I'm ashamed of my dad."
You know what I got to say also to that?
What's that?
Daddy wasn't there. Take me to the fair. Change my
underwear. Seemed he doesn't care.
Daddy wasn't there. You're not me. Not me. I'm out of your dad. I forgive you. Yeah, you're right. I hate my father. We'll see you on the next episode of the Stephen Mike Show. Good night, everybody.
Peace out. Yo.
Gang.
What?